Hello my friends, and we are still on our Thanksgiving sides roll vintage recipes, of course. So tonight I am going to be making a vintage southern creamed spinach. It sounds quite delightful. I've never made it this way, but here we go. So now you want to take one of those big bags of creamed spinach, of spinach. I'm using baby spinach. It's all washed and dried. You need to wash and dry it first. Now, because I'm using the baby spinach, it's not going to be as tough, but we still want to chop it up. So I'm going to go ahead and chop up this whole bowl. You don't have to worry, it doesn't have to be chopped up crazy unless you're using, the big spinach. If you're using the baby, it's not as much of a deal, I think. But if you're using the big spinach, go ahead and chop it up a little better. So let me get chopping. Moving right along with this recipe, here we are at the stovetop. We're going to take a large saucepan. We're going to add in 3 tablespoons of butter and 1.5 cups of whole heavy cream. We're going to pour that in. Now we're going to bring this up to a boil, and then we're going to reduce the heat. This is going to probably take about 10 minutes, and we're going to keep stirring it until it thickens up. So let me get on this part, and I'll see you when I got it nice and thick. Alrighty, it's been about 10 minutes, and the cream is starting to thicken. So we're going to add in 1/4 cup of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg. We're also going to add in 2/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And we're going to mix this all in, and we're going to keep stirring it until the cheese melts down and it all gets thickened up. This is going to be so delicious. I'm just feeling it, guys. This is going to be so good. Once the cheese is all melted down, now we're going to add in our raw spinach. Now, if you've ever made spinach before, you know it shrinks down to nothing. So we're going to go ahead and put this whole thing in, and we're going to stir it up. Now, we just want to keep it on the stove, but we're going to turn the stove off, and we're just going to cook it until the spinach starts to wilt, which only takes about a minute or 2. Now, to start mixing. Like I said, this is going to be ready super fast. So, according to the directions, a good Southerner serves this over cornbread. So I just whipped up a cornbread so that I would have something to serve it over because, I think, giving every recipe a good shot, you really need to follow what it recommends. So there you have it. Okay, so I'm putting a piece of cornbread on each of the plates. Go, like so. And then I'm supposed to place some of this cream spinach right over the cornbread. This is what it says to do, so this is what I'm doing. All right, so I'm making one for myself and one for Megan. Now this is a traditional vintage Southern Thanksgiving side dish. There we go. It does sound good. Hopefully it's super yummy. I do like cream spinach. And it also says we're supposed to sprinkle it with some pine nuts. So that's what I'm doing next. Alrighty. Nothing left to do but the taste test. Doesn't that look just terrific?